Hi guys, here we are playing Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Gambit. As we are still going to try to figure out what happened on this particular day, because it's still our third case. So yeah, let's see what we can figure out. Just as you did today. Yes, I went around and offered everyone working in a cup of tea. Trusted company included. I remember it well. Oh, you were here, there, upstairs, downstairs, everywhere. No card of yours. Interesting. Did anything strike you as strange around that time? Yeah, Gregory was singing, praises of Jews, and he mentioned the sauce was cold. Was cold? Moment of Miss Bounce stolen from the sculptures. Miss Bound, I believe this was when you stole the sculptures. I hate to contradict you, but the fountain room was full of witnesses at that point, Mr. Fender included. Guessing I'm somehow sculptures out of Miss Frost's room right under everyone's noses? That's precisely what I'm suggesting. And so those are sculptures. By hiding them here.
Take that!
My father and Fender had no idea that one of the sculptures were mere inches away from them. Because it wasn't just a tea set you were pushing around with town. The hidden ice sculpture in glass case. Ah! Overruled. Surely such a thing would have been impossible. But if the case of the size fit on the serving cart, how could it have been spotted immediately? Who said anything about a serving cart? What? I'm not sure I'm following him, Mr. Drift. What are you suggesting she used instead? Suggesting Miss Bound used this to transport the sculptures.
Take that!
This is card that Miss Bound used to move the flavored ice sculptures out of Miss Frost's room 18 years ago. It appeared that the very same card still here with us in the very fountain room. Yeah, well, originally put it in use in the contest. You're saying Miss Bound loaded Miss Frost's sculptures out into this cart and carried them out? I am. You can imagine one of them needed to lay a case on its side. Cloth. That looks exactly another serving cart. Thus, I'm going to move the sculptures around freely. Can it be? Holy moly, of course, that's how the sauces work. Really, they were sitting on top of a block of ice. Huge. Could you? Impressive. Then again, are you Mr. Gregor son? I would have expected nonetheless. This isn't a scrap of evidence that I stole the sculptures all those years ago now. Yet I knew no matter what I said or did, I always be under a cloth of suspicion. You're admitting it that you admit that you stole them from Miss Frost's room? Yes, I do. I took those sculptures and their cases out of the room 18 years ago. They were correct to deduce. I dressed them up the lift cart as a serving cart to do so. I slipped them out of Miss Frost while I was going around serving tea to everyone. Yet I removed them on the sculptures, but the flavored ice Zodiac's blocks as well. Yeah, blocks? Like I've seen them for myself before. Block of ice on the display here. Being incredibly heavy, maybe not. The hollow inside. I don't think it's really the exact problems from 80 years ago. Well, my father never saw them. Basically, they were already melted. Yeah, block must have been the victim's room back then as well. Finish moving the ice sculptures and the two sturdy black out. 2 fresh cups in the case to Mr. Frost's room and put them there where the original 2 had been. Have been in class cases, so you see, to prevent them from being damaged, plugs were more robust, so they had to be displayed as it is. The state of content rules were responsible for providing all display materials, including cases. It will be easy for her to prepare those affairs in. I think quite a few of flavored ice works in progress. I figured if I melt them somehow, those balls will look like it came from the sculptures. How the sculptures from 18 years ago came into the winter wing today. Say me there, that's quite a confess. Yeah, I think she offered it willingly because he's knowing nothing we can do with it. I have to tell you, however, despite everything I shared, you cannot charge me with anything now, can you? What? How did you figure that? My... I could have thought you might know at least this much. Given we're at the crime scene, guess you memorized the first statutes of the limitations outlined in this book. Statutes of what? Regulations. Simply put, Kane, prosecutors only have a certain amount of time within which they can put a suspect on a trial given crime. Take a closer look, shall we? Theft. 7 years from the date of the crime. Whoa! That went a bit too fast. Okay. Okay. I wanna get a call. Theft. 7 years from the date of crime. Separate time frames applied to regardless claims for damages, etc. Murder. 15 years ago from the state of crime. State of suspended back flee from the origin land. Statutes of suspended from the time and any outcomes of trial. So it's different from each crime. Murder, theft. 7 years. Ah! Yes, Miss Bound stole the ice coaches 18 years ago. That's too late to have the arrest for the crime. Hold a minute. Hold a minute. I mean, it's still valid. It's still valid. If you combine them, it's still valid, right? If you combine them, it's still, like years. It's still 4 years left. Incorrectly. Too late to have her arrested for that crime. So I don't believe it. Theft is a serious matter, especially when it's involved to move the evidence from a crime scene. However, as you yourself pointed out, Miss Bound is no longer prosecuted for her crime. Got your agents are pointless, wouldn't you say, Miss Edgeworth? Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that. When you see theft as ice coaches isn't my particular interest here. I find the body that we repaired 18 years ago after the theft could be considered more interest. Are you suggesting that I also hid Mr. Frost's body? I am indeed. How do you keep the body for 18 years ago without anybody finding it? Or hiding it in a very unusual way. Oh, now this is interesting. You're telling me they know where the body was been all this time, Miss Edgeworth? And not such a big leap if you would think about what Miss Bound has told us already. But as you say, the flavored ice that she removed from Miss Frost's room back then. Very well, if you're confident in this claim, let's us put it to the test. Tell me where exactly Miss Frost's room been hiding.
Take that!
Photograph of Mr. Frost's works? As the victim's body, Your Honor. You will have to forgive me, but I don't see what you mean. Where exactly is this photograph in Frost's body? Body is right here. I don't understand.
Take that!
Gemini sculpture? This may look like a sculpture at first glance, but in fact, Frost's corpse. Surely you cannot be serious. Don't see anything about the photograph such a wild claim. Because a certain piece of evidence was used to hide the body in plain sight. What piece of evidence might that be? Was it used to conceal the body?
Take that!
One of the cloth from the autumn wing? Yes, when it made a glow. By the way, it's visual convinced. Am I mistaking it for eyes? That right, Miss Cone? Yes, dear. But you can make it look like just about anything. From blazing fire. That's right. Shade of blue, make it look like eyes. Yes, exactly like that. In fact, not the case of personal devices needed to get these colors though. If you would care to take another look at the photograph of the winner in your honor. Notice there's a small box connected to the bottom of the Gambit display case. That's one of the very alarming devices in question. Detective Gumshoe even confirmed its presence. In fact, the particular device went missing 18 years ago. Then it was no doubt fairly connected to of inside the display case. Miss Bound had no choice but to take it with her to remove the sculpture. See, this cloth and the light and limited device were used to create the illusion that Miss Frost's body was, in fact, a statue carved in from ice. No! It can't be! You're telling me that when we took that photo of us in the winter wing, yes, we were standing in front of the body. The body and the cloth were both carpeted from the fountain. Found in the body was supposed to be in the winter wing disguised as a sculpture. I couldn't be no mistake though how been hidden if we had found it as it is. I just need to remove Mr. Frost from the winter wing in order to throw us off the set. Ridiculous, I don't recall her sneaking around behind our backs throw a body in the fountain. No, but she didn't need to because she had another method in her proposal. Her trusty lift card. Same card she had proven so she useful in ending her original theft. Ah! Please, she wheeled the body in one of those other wings and floated them down to the fountain. The frozen body, being quite solid, probably got stuck somewhere along the way. Only the cloth had appeared at first, the cloth Miss Cone discovered. And then the body followed afterwards once it had fallen off. Yeah, I'll tell you, Miss Edgeworth. But, can you prove that it was me? Seems a little unfair to expect me without proof, don't you think? Hmm? What about an eyewitness? You think someone might have spotted her when she was moving the body? In fact, I do. Some takes a piece of evidence I was proven. Provided. Shed light on Miss Bound moved the body as well. Oh, Miss Edgeworth, do you have any evidence? Allegations? Of course. I have a piece of compiled proof right here. Evidence do you have to prove Miss Bound was acting as you claimed? Actually, I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Damn it! This one.
Take that!
More drawings? Yes, more drawings. We will continue next time. I wish you all a good day, a good week, and peace. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye bye.